are on our way to get some razor clams. Yay! We made a wrong turn getting to the ocean, so we're here a little bit later than we want to be, but that's okay. We're here now. But that's why there's not much of an intro this time, because we're a little bit later than we wanted to be. Got my shovel, got my clam net. Let's go get some razor clams. We've got a minus 1.5 tide today. That's a super low tide. And we are in Washington State. And I'm with my cousin who has a disabled harvester card, which means I can dig my limit and her limit. It's not ideal to get here late when I'm going to try for 2 limits, but just have to do my best. Looks like the digging is good. People are leaving the beach with their limits. There's a few people standing around though, looking lost. It looks deep out there, not ideal. Darn, this is not ideal. The water's coming right up the beach. All right, got number 1. Finally found out where they are. Ah, and here comes the water. Okay. Now we kind of know where the clams are, maybe, so. Wow. It's a low tide, but the surf just keeps coming right on up. This is not so great. Getting a bit frustrated because the waves keep coming so high up on the beach, but maybe I just don't need to go down so low. Got 2 of them so far, but they're so few and far between that I haven't been able to get them on video. Wow. I wonder if the tide's already changed. Yeah, surf is high today. That is not helping at all. Even with a really low tide, I'm not getting many chances to actually thump. I'm really not liking the beach conditions here. It's too steep, the waves come up too high, and if I was in my own car or if my cousin was still in her truck, I would go down somewhere else. But I think we're kind of stuck here. Well, they're not showing very well, but when they show, I'm getting them. And here comes the water. I hope I can show actually getting one from start to finish, from finding the show to pulling it out. Awful lot of water on the beach for such a low tide. I just got 2 right in this spot, so maybe, yeah, there's one. I hope they showed up. Well, here comes the water. Here we go. There we go. Alright, we're finally in a good spot anyway. Now we just gotta wait for the water to go away. Okay, water's receding. Let's see if we can thump up another one. Clams react to thumping by going down quickly, and when they do that, they squirt out water, and it makes a divot where they went down. And that's what we're looking for. Okay. I went up high on the beach, above the surf, and it paid off. I think there might be one right here too. Yep. Let's go. I have to be so careful with this long-bladed shovel. Okay, come on. The water's coming. There we go. There's a little one now. He's real little. And now people are coming to join me because they see me getting them. There might be one right there. Yep. There we go. Unfortunately, though, people see me getting them. They're going to come up here and stuff everywhere. Ooh. Make that one a little bit. Yeah. Well, I found a spot with lots of them. They're not very big, but there are a lot of them. Yeah, this beach just isn't that great today. If I had my car, I would be getting in it, I think. Going somewhere else. So it drops off too quickly, so then big waves come in. I think my cousin is at the truck, so I'm going to ask her to drive me down to a different spot. Okay. Got to ride in my cousin's truck down to this spot where it looks like the beach doesn't drop off quite so fast. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier down there. I mean, I definitely could have got my limit in the other spot, but since I'm trying to get 2 limits, I'd like the conditions to be a little bit better. So here we go. Let's go get some razor clams, yeah! With razor clam digging, you actually do want to go where the people are, because that tells you where the clams are. So the waves here don't seem quite as high, so hopefully this will be a little bit better spot as far as getting access to the sand. So let's get down there and find some clams. Come on, clams, where are you hiding? Yeah, see, I'm getting more chance to pound the sand down here. So now I just got to find a spot where the clams are. Oh no. Here comes a big one. God. It must be windy out there. Surface high. Catch it, but one just showed right here. There it is. Okay, it's a baby, but we will take it. All right. So that is 9. Stay right in this little area here. Razor clams tend to bed up by size, so if I get any others right here, they'll probably be little too. But we got off to a late start, so I'll take what I can get. And I see more people over here, which tells me that's probably where the clams are, so I'm going to head back over that direction. They're just not really even showing. I think the surface may be a little bit rougher than they like. Oh, there was a show right there. And there's waves coming. And I don't know if I'm sticking my shovel down in exactly the right spot, but oh, and there's another. Oh, I saw. Yeah, there's one here. All right. And the water's coming. Woohoo! All right. And there was another one right next to it. And I'm going to go ahead and try to get it because they're pretty shallow here, so I think I have a chance. No, but there was another one showed right there. Well, the digging just doesn't seem all that great today, considering how low the tide is. This is kind of crazy. There was one that showed right here, and then the water came. And probably scared well away now. And there's lots more water coming. Oh boy. It must be windy somewhere out there over the ocean, so we got a really high surf today. If that wave hadn't come in, I probably would have got this one. I'll be kind of surprised if I get this one now, and the waves just are not stopping. Oh man, the water's just not stopping coming in. I'm gonna have to dig higher up the beach for sure. Actually, I think the tide has started to come in now too. So after I try for this one, I'm going to go higher up the beach. Come on, water, go away. Yeah, tide's definitely coming in. I might be lucky if I get one limit today at this rate. This is just not going very well. I've got 10 so far. Got off to a late start, and the jigging isn't as good as it could be because of the high surf. I think there's one there. Yeah, there's one. Gonna have to dig deeper. Dig deeper. All of a sudden, there we go. There's one. Oh, come on. Okay. Feels a good size too. Yes, all right. And I think there's one right here too. Yeah. Yep. Hold it with my shovel. There we go. That's two real quick. I think there's one here too. Can I get one before these waves come back? I doubt it. Oh, there's one. My shovel's back a little bit farther than I normally like, but I feel it. There we go. Oh, it's little, but I'll keep it. It's little, but I'll take it. I've got 13 now, so I'm confident I'm gonna at least get one limit. Sure would like to get a limit for each of us though. Problem is once I've got the one limit, I gotta run back up to the car and drop it off, which is going to take time. And then here comes the water. Alright. It's going sideways because it's really coming. I was talking to a guy who says the digging hasn't been very good this year. He thinks they might have to close it. But this is my first time out here this year, so I don't know. There's one. There's a little one, I think, but take whatever we can get today. Here we go. That's 14. One more and I'll have my first limit. Clams don't like it when the surf pounds. They go down kind of deep and wait. There's too much water here. All right. Now let's see if we can get more right here before the waves come back. So where there's one, there's usually more. Okay, maybe we found another spot here. There we go. There's one. Might break it. Oh, yeah. I placed my shovel too far, then I got it closer, but I got it too close. But I didn't break it badly, so it's okay. No, I'm going to get this one because I felt it with my shovel. First 15 harvested, regardless of size or condition. All right. That's 10 in the bag. Oh, there's one there. Oh, okay. Got a limit. Running up to the truck to get these dropped off. Because, as far as I know, we have to keep our limits separate. Oh, Kim, come down here. She's worried about driving on the clam beds. I guess she can't come down. I think there's a chance I might actually get my clams and her clams, but having to run back up like this. Slows everything down. Okay, I had 14 in the bag. So we're allowed to have 6 more. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna give it my best shot, that's for sure. Emptied my bag out. So I don't think I'm allowed to carry both our limits in the same bag, so gotta dig a limit, then go all the way back up to the truck, drop it off, and get another limit. And if Kim wasn't disabled, she could come down here and take them off me, but she's up in the truck, which is legal. You just have to be within line of sight of your designated clam digger, or you have to be within the line of sight of the person that you're digging for. Okay, 6 more. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, so the tide's almost up to these clam beds now. Maybe that's a good thing. Usually you will see just a zillion clam holes up here in the dry sand, but not today. I'm not seeing anything up here. Wow. Wow. No clam holes. Yeah. What's going on? Where's all the clams? Well, it was looking okay for a while there. I thought maybe I was going to get both of our limits, but I haven't even seen a single show since I came back down from the truck. Not a single show. Well, the good news is I got a limit and then 3 more, so we're not skunked. And if I was digging alone, I'd be perfectly happy because I've got my limit. So I should try to cheer up a little bit. Also, I should consider the fact that all these other people digging down here haven't even got 1 limit yet, and I'm working on my 2nd. So yeah, I always feel embarrassed being down here at the very end with an empty bag, though. It makes it look like I'm a bad clam digger. Too much pride, too much. All right, I just need 1 more and I'll have both our limits. It's not going to be the proudest limits I've ever got. They're pretty small, but oh well, a limit's a limit. And I think we'll get the next one right here as soon as the water goes out. If it was good digging, I wouldn't even hang around here where they're small. I'd try to find a spot with bigger ones, but it's not that great at digging and the tide's coming in, so we'll just take whatever we can get. Come on. There were 2, right? There we go, there's 1, and it's little. It's a little one, but you know what? We're gonna take it. I don't care. I'm gonna take it. There we go. We are done. Got 2 limits. Definitely not the best clam digging ever, but we got 2 limits. So now we're gonna take them up and clean them and cook them. There's a lot of people down here with no clams. We did it. We did it. Yes. I'm home. And my cousin and I have divvied up the clams. Here's my share. They're definitely not all that big. They're not tiny by any means, but they're not big. So now I'm going to clean them. So this is going to be kind of a quick demonstration on how I clean clams with scissors. Cut all the way through. And I didn't bring my knife out here. I guess that'll work. Get them out of their shell. I don't like to use hot water for this. And I do this assembly style. I don't just do 1 clam at a time. Okay, got it out of its shell. And I gotta remember how these scissors go together. There we go. Okay, so out of its shell, you can clean them as a whole steak, but I'm not going to. This is the digger. This is the best tasting part. Cut it open like that. And pull out everything that's not white, basically. There's intestines or whatever in there. And then next, cut open the other half of the neck. Cut this bit off. These are the gills. Some people eat the gills, I don't. Now turn the water back on. Can't leave it on because it leaks, and the sewer bills in my city are just astronomical. So clean all the brown stuff out of there. Get rid of anything that's just not light colored. And that's it, the clam is clean. Now what I'll probably do, since the sewer rates are so high in my city, is I will actually just fill a bucket with water and use that and clean all the clams in the same water and then rinse them off when I'm done. Because in this city, the sewer rate's tied to the water rate, and we have the highest water sewer bills in the entire state of Washington in this city. It's crazy. We live in a rainforest here, but you wouldn't know it based on the water sewer bills. I'm going to clean one more real quick here for the camera. I tried to cut the digger and get into the nerves so it dies quick. I like to think that this is a slightly more humane thing than being boiled alive. Don't know. I've never experienced either. But I do know when you do it this way that you don't cook them like you do when you get the shell open by pouring boiling water over them. So got that open. There's the neck, there's the digger cut in half, there's the gills. Or not cut in half, but cut open. And now this is my water saving technique. Use the same bucket of water for all of them. Get all the gunk out just like that. That saves water. And then when I've got them all cleaned in the same bucket of water, then I will rinse them off real quick. So I pulled out the gills there, cutting the tip of the siphon off. And there we go. There's a clean clam. And I'm gonna throw this in here, and when they're all clean, using this method, I'll give them a final rinse. For the rest of these, I'm just going to do it assembly line style. Kill the clam, put it to the side. Kill the clam, put it to the side. This goes pretty quick this way. This was definitely a tough day of clam digging. I was really lucky to get my limit of clams today. Never mind the noise. I live in a horrible, noisy city. My house is for sale. Nobody's coming to look at it. Maybe I'm trapped here forever. God, I hope not. I want out of here so badly. There we go. Now I'll take them all out of the shell and clean them. Oh, note this one. You're supposed to keep them all, regardless of size or condition, so there you go. And the main downfall of these little crushed ones is they're not particularly easy to clean. Okay, the clams are all clean. Now they just need a rinse and maybe a once over, and then they can go in the kitchen and we can start cooking dinner. It's going to be breaded and fried razor clams. Okay, into the kitchen. Note the lovely construction staging in my backyard. This is 2 springs in a row now that have been completely destroyed as far as gardening or enjoying the outside of my house, because they keep using this vacant lot for this. Somebody please buy my house so I can get out of here. Look at all these beautiful flowers. They could all be yours. And fruit trees and grape plants. This could all be yours. Just buy my house. The clams are all cleaned, and now it's time to cook them. I'm going to just pick out the diggers for now because that's the tenderest, tastiest part. That's a digger right there. So, I'm going to start out with flour. I got a bowl of flour here. I've also got some breadcrumbs and some panko because I want to try both, and scrambled eggs. So we'll start out by dredging the digger in some flour, just like so. Then next, I'm going to dip it in the egg wash. And next, give it a coating of panko. Kind of press the panko into it. Try to get it to stay a little bit. And then put it on the plate. And we're going to put that in the fridge for a little while to make the breadcrumbs stick better. And my cousin, who was digging with me today, says she prefers breadcrumbs. So I bought breadcrumbs, and we're going to try some of these with breadcrumbs. So we've got another digger. Okay, We got some ocean sounds going. Okay, in the egg and breadcrumbs. These breadcrumbs have a lot of seasonings in them, and I'm a little bit worried there might be some MSG. So I'm a little bit leery of this, but we'll give that a try. I'll set that on the plate, and then we'll just repeat that until I've done enough of them for a couple of meals. Here we go. For the next few, we'll do a digger and some cornstarch and the egg wash and some panko. Yeah, so we'll fill up a plate with these cornstarch ones, and then when it comes time to cook them and eat them, we'll see which is better. Cornstarch on the bottom or flour on the bottom. Here's the all flour plate, panko, breadcrumbs, and here's the all cornstarch plate, panko, breadcrumbs. It'll be fun to see which I prefer. Sadly, I'm the only meat eater in this house, so it's just going to be me eating this in my beautiful kitchen. You know, if you're looking to buy a house, you know, check out my newly remodeled kitchen. Pretty nice, huh? Okay, so these are going to go in the fridge for, I don't know, an hour or so, just because the crumbs stay on better if they get to sit for a while. So here we go into the fridge, and we'll just let that sit for an hour. The clams have been sitting in the fridge for about an hour and a half now, so the breading should stick pretty good. So it's time to cook them. I've got vegetable oil in a pan on a medium-high heat over a gas flame. And I've forgotten which is the cornstarch plate and which is the flour plate. I guess it doesn't matter. I think this is the flour plate though. Okay, let's start with some cornstarch ones. Here we go. Ooh, it might be better if it was a little bit hotter. I don't want to absorb too much of the grease. So that's cornstarch with breadcrumbs, and this is cornstarch with panko. And this is flour with breadcrumbs. And this is flour with panko. Hopefully I can keep them all straight in there. When you cook razor clams, it's important to cook them quickly so that they'll stay tender. The longer you cook them, the tougher they get. This one's turning a little bit brown. I still kind of wish I'd started at a little bit higher heat. Here we go. It's a little bit brown there. Just give it a second or two longer. There, that's nice and brown now. So get them all turned over. And when they're equally brown on both sides, they're ready to eat. They're ready. And I have gotten them mixed up. Ideally, I'd have some paper towels to drain the grease with. Unfortunately, I can't find anything in the house to drain the grease with, not even a paper bag. So just gonna have to eat these a little bit on the greasy side. Okay, let's give these a try. Okay, I've sampled the panko coated ones, the breadcrumb coated ones, the ones with flour underneath, and the ones with cornstarch underneath, and I'm not really tasting a difference, but maybe that's just because it's so greasy. Anyway, I'm going to eat these now, so hope you enjoyed my clam digging video. I wish I'd had a little bit better angles when I was actually digging the clams, but maybe next time. Until then, thanks for watching.